Happy game day, Sooner Nation. Welcome to the Sooner Surge for Sooner Surge Game Time. The matchup everyone's been highly anticipating all week, really longer than that, as the Tennessee Volunteers are in Norman for the first SEC conference game for the University of Oklahoma. Before we get started, make sure you check out the Fan Stop at thefanstop.com and order your team's Shirt of the Month Club. You can use code SURGE for 10% off your first 3 months. Also, subscribe to our channel. We'll be doing a pregame live today at 4:30 or so. And then right after the game, we'll be on immediately following the conclusion of the game for a post-game live where we want your thoughts and reactions from this hopefully epic showdown tonight in Norman. Guys, the lead up, the build up has been very, very, very talked about. And a lot of things have been talked about. Don't feel like you can talk about them more, but here we are doing another video to talk about it some more. Thoughts on this game, guys?
I think so important on this game is going to be the start of this game and how Oklahoma comes out, specifically defensively, I think, against Tennessee. I think Tennessee, everybody knows how potent their offense is. But I do think when you have that good of an offense, if you get a few 3-and-outs early, I think it really affects maybe their confidence, especially on the road. And maybe that's something that OU can do early, like they've done. I mean, if you look at this year, they've been pretty good at the starts. I mean, they've been good all around defensively, really. But I'm just saying, in general, at the starts, getting a lot of 3-and-outs. If you can do that, get a turnover or so, and then offensively, you got to move the ball. And then now, of course, a touchdown on the first drive would be great. But if anything, you got to move the ball. And you got to have the ball and hold the ball for a little bit. I think time of possession is going to be big. I know a lot of people talk about the Tennessee, how they go quick. So a lot of times they don't win the time of possession battle. But you can't just be constantly giving it back to them. Offense has to show up well in this game. They have to have their best of the year. The offense has to show up and has to have their best game of the year. Hopefully with the guys getting back from injury, they're able to do that. And maybe this looks like a different offense. We'll find out in a few hours.
Yeah, Jay, something you talked about was the speed and the tempo of that Tennessee offense. If you allow their offense to get into rhythm by constantly having 3-and-outs, if you're Oklahoma's offense, that is not at all going to be a successful day, because that is going to just allow Tennessee to be able to play fast, control the game. And Jason, also you said it, Oklahoma needs to get off to a very good start. Defensively, offensively, doesn't matter where you come out on the field with first. You need to have a hot start, and I do look for Oklahoma. They need to be able, this game, need to be able to run the ball with a ton of success. They have been one of the worst in the country offensively when it comes to running the ball early in the season based on the opponents they've played. And maybe getting Branson Hickman or Troy Everett back if they're able to play, those could be big key additions with the experience that they have up front. But this is an Oklahoma offense that is going to need to be able, as Jason, you said, to control the time of possession in a sense, to be able to sustain drives and not allow this defense to have to be on the field constantly.
Yeah, as far as injuries, guys, we've been told all week. We've seen it on paper with the injury report. It looks like OU is going to get some dudes back. However, OU fans know until you see them on the field in a game situation, you're going to be very hesitant to believe that. And hopefully tonight is the night that these guys get back. Another key, you got to flip the field. Got to consistently flip the field. That's why. Couple of first downs here and there, flipping the field. But here's one thing OU fans got to be ready for. This is a team in Tennessee that can score quickly, in a hurry, explosive plays. This is not a team that's just going to methodically take it down OU's throat. They can do that, but they can also score in a hurry. Let's get right to the Sooner standouts, guys. Who do you have tonight for your Sooner standouts, offense, defense, and special teams?
I'll start defensively. I'm going with Danny Stutzman. He's been great against the run. I think he's going to have another great game with probably around the 12 to 15 tackles. And here's what I'm going to say. I think Danny Stutzman gets a pick six. Remember back to the TU game last year. I think he might get him one tomorrow. So that's what I'm basing that off of. Offensively, man, this is so tough because I think Tennessee's defense is really good. OU's offense has not been good. It's hard for me to see that they're going to be having a lot of explosive plays. I'm going to go with Deion Burks, and I'm basing that on I think Nick Anderson will be back, and I think that might take some people off of Burks, and I think he'll have a good day for Oklahoma. But good day for him. Good day for Oklahoma offense. Might be 100 yards or something. We'll see. And then special teams. I'm gonna go with Keltner. I think Keltner continues to kick good in the field goal, extra points, and all that. And I'll go with Keltner.
Yeah, for my Sooner standouts for this game, I'm going to start out with the offense. And I think this guy's going to have a massive game. It's going to be his coming onto the scene nationally game, and that's Taylor Tatum. I think we've seen Taylor Tatum the first few weeks. He's flashed so much. You've seen the speed in the open field. You've seen the ability to catch the ball out of the backfield. Whenever he's running the ball, whenever he has the ball in the hands, he looks like the five-star guy that came to Oklahoma. He just kind of has a little bit more speed, quickness. The way he sees the field is impressive for someone of his age. And defensively, I'm going to go with this guy to maybe have back-to-back monster weeks, and that's R. Mason Thomas. I think finally last week he got so much confidence. He was so close in the first couple games to getting so many sacks. He finally was able to break through. The way he dominated the last couple drives of last week's game was one of the best performances I would say we've seen at the end of a game in a long time from a single Oklahoma defensive player. In special teams, I'm going to go with Peyton Bowen. I think he's going to have a massive punt return. He's had issues the first couple weeks when it comes to muffling the ball and everything on the punts, but I think he's going to have a chance to maybe give Oklahoma some momentum and get a massive punt return, maybe even for a touchdown.
Guys, I got offensive player of the week. I'm going with the guy, Nick Anderson. Nick Anderson coming back off injury. People are curious how he's going to perform. Everyone knows what he did last year as a freshman. I don't think it was a hoax or a fluke. I think he's going to prove himself to be a dominant wide receiver and a matchup nightmare for opponents moving forward. On the defensive side, I'm going Billy Bowman. He came back to OU for games like this. For nights like this, I think he stands out. He makes a couple big-time plays, bat downs, tip balls, big tackles, big plays. Special teams, I'm going for the field flipper, Luke Elzinga. I think Luke Elzinga tonight is going to be flipping the field and really have a key part in the Sooners' ability to keep Tennessee going for long drives. Let's get to some national games before we pick the score of this one, guys. Let's start in the former conference of the Sooners, the Big 12. You have Utah, Cam Rising versus OSU, Alan Bowman. Two grandpas of the quarterback world. Who do you guys got?
I'm taking OSU. Cam Rising probably not playing, so I'm taking OSU in this one.
Yeah, Jay, I agree. I'm taking Oklahoma State. Ollie Gordon's had a slow start to the year compared to what he's expected to have, but I think that Ollie Gordon's going to have a massive game.
I think Cam Rising might be rising up from injury and give this a go tonight. I know that's really, really, really of a risk take there, but regardless, I love Whittingham. I think Utah goes into Stillwater and sets the tone for the team to beat in the Big 12. Next game, guys, you got USC and Michigan.
Yeah, this game, I've kind of been on the Michigan hype all week. I felt like Michigan's going to keep this game close, and I was really going to pick Michigan, but I can't do it. I'm going USC in a close game. I'm picking USC in a very close game.
A few weeks ago, I was very low on USC. I thought this was not going to be a good football team coming into the year. They shocked me, and I think that USC, from what I've seen the first couple weeks, they look like one of the best teams early in the season in the Big Ten. And I got USC by 2 touchdowns.
Michigan has not looked good. It's a fact. They are the defending national champions. Sharon Moore knows that things have to change or he is not going to be there next year. I think this is a game that they show out a little bit, keep it more low scoring, and maybe their offense can actually do something. I'm going to go Michigan tonight. Guys, and now for one we've all been waiting for nationally. This is going to be an elite atmosphere at the Palace on the Prairie. Vols versus Sooners. Time for your predictions.
Yeah, this game to me is going to be a low-scoring game. It's going to be a game which either team could win. This is a toss-up for me. This is very hard for me to pick. I think it's going to be a very close game. You're going to have a few few plays that determine the outcome of this game. I think it's going to be that close. I'm picking OU 27-24 in a very, very tight game. And I think OU makes one or two more plays. It's tough, though, because Tennessee could win this game easily. And who knows? Tennessee could come here and blow out Oklahoma. I don't know. I'm picking OU 27-24.
Sunday, if you would ask me, I would go with Tennessee by 10 plus. But as really just Oklahoma is able to get guys like Nick Anderson back this week, hopefully some offensive linemen, I feel more confident in this Oklahoma offense being able to go out there and be able to contribute a lot to this game, in which Jason, I do agree it's going to be a low-scoring game. I have 21-17 Oklahoma.
Man, that's almost the exact score I'm picking, but it's close. But I think BV and Zach are going to have a plan. I think the defense is out to prove something. I think they can hold Tennessee to 20. And look, I may be so wrong, but we will find out tonight. I've got OU scoring only 2 touchdowns tonight, 14 on the board for touchdowns. But I think Tyler Keltner gets 3 field goals. I think the Sooners win 23-20. Make sure you drop your predictions in the comment section of this video. Who do you have for your Sooner standouts? What are your predictions? And we will see everyone before the game at 4:30 or so, and immediately following the game for our pregame and postgame lives here with the Sooner Surge. Thanks for watching. Set your clocks, and we'll see you later.